Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Coinbase, Intel, and Meta price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. We're gonna start here with Coinbase on the daily chart for the all-time history, where we are looking at a potential several 1-2s here. Double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 3 finished in the orange scenario and then followed by an expanding flat wave 4. And then, of course, right now we see the wave 5 toward the upside unfolding, of course, to hit between the 0.618 and the 1-to-1 fib level $780 and $530. As you can see, this wave 5 is unfolding as double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 towards the upside. Another possibility is an A, B, and a C here that you are unfolding for higher prices, which it might finish, of course, in the history where you have W, X, and Y, 3 waves toward the downside and 3 waves toward the upside, and meanings, of course, an expanding flat, which it might unfold as something very bearish later on. So let's dive inside it, of course, in this wave 5 to see first where are we heading towards which price. And of course, on the 2 hours chart here, we are looking at the 1-2. The main 1-2, of course, as a running flat, and then having, of course, another 1-2, and then 3, 4, 5 unfolding towards the upside. Currently, you're looking after your wave 4 here in the white scenario, where you would like to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, based, of course, on this wave 2 there, you can see that, of course, the timing required for this wave 4 is still, of course, requested. However, we have to be careful from a very deep retracement for the 0.23, which is the minimum requirement for a wave 4. In this case, of course, we might see an ABC towards the downside, and therefore, of course, continuation for higher later on. That was for Coinbase. Let's move to the next one, which is Intel. So for Intel also, we're gonna start on the all-time history for Intel on the weekly chart. I think it would be the best, yes. So basically on the weekly chart for the all-time history here for Intel, we are looking at a 1-2 and then wave 3, wave 4 given, and probably finished, probably not. I'm gonna explain. Maybe 2 weeks chart will make the chart clearer. So basically, you can be here in ABC, wave 4, and then you're looking toward the upside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the first scenario where you would like to finish, of course, this impulse. Now, another scenario can be, of course, a longer wave 4 as a triangle here. A, B, C, D, and E. And that because here you did not took yet the high. And this, of course, provides this scenario where you might still be, of course, in a triangle before you move for a wave 5 towards the upside. Another possibility is a 3-wave zigzag finish for a wave A. You're looking at 3 waves down as well, potentially for a wave B, preferably to take the low, or it can be the same triangle that we're talking here for a wave 4. It can be also a wave B and then moving toward the upside. So I would say in all case scenarios here, or in both case scenarios, you're looking for higher prices, whether you are in ABC or in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this wave 5 has to unfold, the high has to be taken sooner or later. If this is an impulse here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, you're looking for a wave 2, and you're looking simply for higher. We're gonna see, of course, if we break this key level, of course, that means, of course, confirmation even for higher prices. There we go. All right, so that price is also $68. So let's move inside it as well to see what's going on the lower time frame here. So for the lower time frame, well, I would say it's not really too much for Intel. You can see, of course, inside this move toward the downside here, that we might have, of course, this wave 1, 2 finished. Your wave 2, obviously, it is a correction, and as you can see that because you have here kind of like an A, B, and a C, right? So we have an A, B, and a C here, and that because, of course, if you are in a 1, 2, 3, wave 4 has already interfered with zone 1, which is not allowed as, of course, an impulse toward the downside. So I would say it is not too much to see here, but what I would like to mention here on the lower time frame, a potential starting to move toward the upside, where you see, of course, a potential leading diagonal. Here we go. And also another leading diagonal after it. So that is very interesting because it is one of the most rare case scenarios that you get a zigzag with double leading diagonal. That is very rare case. that is very high possibility you are in double 1, 2s, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5 toward the upside. So of course to be watched next, and we're gonna see what Intel gonna give us for the next price action. I'm gonna give you some targets, of course, before we move. So for the next target, I would say in case you are in a 1, 2 here, the wave 2 probably should be finished. Wave 3, of course, as an impulse, has to hit, of course, the following target. There we go. All right, that was it for Intel. We're gonna see, of course, what's gonna happen. Let me just arrange my folders in a 2 hours chart. Here we go. The next one is Meta. Let's dive with Meta on the 4 days chart as well for all-time history. So basically what we are looking at on Meta here is a potential wave 1 or a wave A. Obviously this is an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, wave A or a wave 1 finished. Very deep correction W, X, and Y or ABC zigzag, and you have finished a wave B or a wave 2. After this, you see, of course, an impulse toward the upside, obviously double 1, 2s, and potentially you have finished here in the top. You start to see some retracement. You finished a wave 1, and you're looking for a wave 2. Now, preferably a wave 2, of course, to reach at least as an impulse the 0.38, right? Because this is a minimum requirement for a wave 2. Therefore, of course, potentially even on the linear chart, let me check on the linear. Well, it's hit. Okay, it's perfect. It's hit. So yes, this can be definitely a wave 2, 1, 2 finished here. In case we have, of course, a wave 1 here. So we're gonna put this in a higher rank a little bit. So we're gonna put it in this one. So 1, 2, and you're looking, of course, for 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside. Why on linear? I check always between linear and the logarithmic for the fib levels, because the fib levels are much more accurate, of course, on the linear, while on the logarithmic chart you can see much more accurate Elliott waves, of course. So therefore, preferably always the fib level to check as well. The linear one. So what I'm going to do here, I'm gonna remove the settings of the linear, the logarithmic, and bring it to the linear, and here we go. Yeah, we have a 0.38 hit, and I would say Meta therefore is looking toward the upside. We're looking for wave 3, 4, and a 5. Targets on the 2 hours chart for this scenario. For this scenario, I'm looking, of course, for the following count right now inside it, inside this wave 1, 2. So basically, this you have, of course, here a potential big wave 1, 2 here, with the orange, of course, as 1, A, B, C for a wave 2. You're looking at double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5 toward the upside, wave 3, and then wave 4 and a 5 continuation towards higher prices again. Yep, so these are the possibility right now. The target for a wave 4, I would say, regarding this wave 2 in the orange, you would like to hit the 0.23, of course, and then simply continuation toward the upside based on time and on fib level. Again, I would like to bring here also the normal fibs or the linear fibs, much better and much accurate. Here we go. So 685 is a potential target for the next move before moving for higher again for Meta. That was it for Coinbase, Intel, and a Meta price prediction. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.